Good morning class 8. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 4, chapter script last. Okay? Actually this story is a adventurous story. Before going to start this story, let's warm up a little. Adventure sports make you push yourself to the limit, helps you realize your potential. Potential means your importance. Okay? Who was the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest? Please write the name. You can find it from the any source. The following is an extract is from The Mountain I Couldn't Conquer. The author of this passage is Sir Edmund Hillary. He is from New Zealand and he is well known all over the world. Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first to succeed in their attempt to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world. Even after Hillary managed to climb Mount Everest, he felt he had to succeed in another challenge. This was to conquer mountain in his own country called Scott Snow. The mountain peak is 7,030 feet, about 2140 meter above the sea level. Hillary had tried to climb this mountain but had failed on two occasions. Though he was succeed to climb Mount Everest in the first chance, but he had failed to climb the Scott Knobs in his own country on two occasions. In this following extract, he describes how he finally success in climbing this peak. Let's begin. Peter Mulgrew and I left Cape just before 7, when we had enough light to move freely, and we climbed up the ridge at good speed. Here ridge means a long narrow hilltop. Okay, they started before 7 o'clock. They started to climb up the Scott Snow. Okay, this morning was cool and overcast, and all the tops of the peak were in clouds, but we made an excellent time. Actually, they had chose a very excellent time. Okay, at the time in the morning, the day was clear and the peaks were surrounded by the clouds. We swung onto the traverse and climbed up and down through the bluffs, across the single slopes, and in and out of narrow rock chutes. Here, traverse means passage means way. Okay. We swung onto the traverse. We means here Edmund Hillary and Peter Mulgrew. Okay, both of them climb up on the way, and they climbed up and down through the bluffs. Here bluffs means an attempt to deceive someone to believe that one can or is going to do something. Okay, across single slopes, that means steep slopes, in and out of narrow rock chutes. Chutes means here hilltops. By 10 o'clock, we reached the ridge beyond the knob again, and we are climbing over a series of precipitous bumps. Precipitous means here dangerous, and knob means an instrument which is used for climbing mountain. Okay. By 10 o'clock, they reached a place. Okay. Reached at a very dangerous bumps. Bumps means here tops. Okay, very dangerous bumps which combine firm snow and steep rock. On these bumps, one of these bumps, we saw a group of 17 cameos, including some magnificent heads. They all seemed quite indifferent to our presence. Actually, what happened, by 10 o'clock, when they reached a very dangerous place, there they saw Chamios, 17 chamios. Chamios means a type of small goat which is mainly found in the mountain area of Europe. Okay, including some magnificent heads, and their heads were looking very magnificent. They seemed quite indifferent to our presence. The climbing was getting more difficult. Whenever they going upward and upward, they felt very more difficult, and there were tremendous drop on either side. Tremendous means huge drops on either side. The race seemed never ending, and it was until 11:30. Actually, until 11:13, they were facing lots of problems in their way. That we crossed the narrow slot and reached the main face of the peak. Peak means here top, hilltop. Before tackling the problems ahead, we found comfortable lays where we could rest and something to eat. Here, lays means a narrow horizontal surface or wall. Okay. Actually, finally, on their way, they reached at a comfortable lays. Lays means a narrow horizontal surface or wall. Okay. There, they could rest and eat something. Through the clouds that weathered the mountain, we could see a twisting ridge climbing up the face until 5 feet ran into a huge rock buttress. Here, buttress means a structure of stone or brick built against a wall. Okay. From this angle, it didn't look easy.
Go.
The climbing easily. After a short rest, actually they found a ledge where they rested, and after a short rest, we roped up and I legged off along the ridge. The climbing really started now in the earnest. Earnest means here, earnest means earlier step. The rock pitches were interspersed. Here interspersed means disturbed with narrow snow arêtes. Here arêtes means a high pointed area that separates two valleys. Clear? A high pointed area that separates the two valleys. Arêtes. In some places we moved one at a time. We made a laborious 200 feet and then reached a steep rock face. Actually, after they laboring the 200 feet, then they reached a steep rock place which looked too formidable and to tackle directly. Formidable means formidable to tackle directly. Emerged once more on the ridge above the obstacles. The snow was firm and safe. Though it was very difficult to climb up, the snow were very safe and firm where it lay in depth. Actually, the snows are less in depth. Okay, but crumbled easily when there were only a few inches of it on the slabs. We crossed carefully over one another stretch of rock, and then I cut a few more steps of the snow and bring us to the root of the great rock buttress. Buttress, I told you. The snow buttress. The closer we got, the steeper it appeared. Actually, when they got close to the top of the mountain, actually it looks very steeper to climb up. Okay, I could see no easy way of tackling. Tackling means handling it, and the only thing was to try it directly. Okay, Peter positioned himself. Peter, who was Peter? Peter was his friend, Hilary's friend. Okay. Peter positioned himself as best he could on the snow slope, and I started climbing up a flow in the face of buttress. Okay. After much grunting, here grunting means making low or rough sound. Grunting. Okay. It's a kind of sound, rough sound or low sound. Okay. And a great deal of zigzagging backwards and forward over some small holds. Actually, there were some small holes in the mountain. in the zigzag mountain. Okay, I had worked my way up above 60 feet when Peter cried from below warned me that I was almost out of rope. Actually, they were going through the rope. When Edmund Hillary reached at the top about 60, about few feet. Okay, the rope was finished, and his friend Peter warned him not to go further. Okay, what is it like? A few feet to the left was a narrow ledge, and I eased across onto this to rest. What is it like? Peter's voice came floating up. Pretty scratchy, rather slow going. Hope you are not too cold in that wind. I am cold, alright, but I can put up with a bit more here. Actually, Edmund Hillary at that point, he had decided to rest for some time. Okay. There was silence for a while. Then Peter's faint reply, "Can't find another rope." Actually, the rope had finished, but I have given you a few more feet, and that's more few feet means more few feet rope. Okay, and that's all you can have. That's all, my dear student. The rest part of this chapter will be taught